Yo, what's up? Today we're going to be abusing this broken mechanic added to the new anniversary game mode. So basically, when you pick up a survivor, you can look at any hook on the entire map and then just instantly hook them onto that hook. And this is completely broken paired with Scourge Hook perks. So first of all, we're going to be using the best perk combo in the game in my opinion. Scourge Hook Pain Rest. So whenever you hook a survivor in a Scourge Hook, the most progress gen pops and loses 20% progress. And the Dead Man Switch. So whenever that gen loses progress, it gets blocked for 50 seconds. This basically regresses the gen instantly down to 0, no matter the progress. We've also got these two perks. Scourge Hook Gift of Pain. So whenever a survivor gets unhooked from a Scourge Hook, they get healed slower and they have a 16% speed penalty to healing other survivors and repairing generators until they are injured again. And also Scourge Hook Flood of Rage. So whenever a survivor is unhooked from a Scourge Hook, all other survivors have their auras revealed for 7 seconds to us. So now, let's get into the games. Alright, we have the Nostromo Wreckage. This is a pretty big map, but we do have the Unknown. So we're going to be able to like teleport across it. Also, one reason I did choose Unknown is because I have a little cute masquerade outfit on them, which I think matches the video, you know, because of the event. Either way, we're just going to collect an invitation instantly, so we don't have to worry about that later. And we've already got some people on this gen here, so I will sneak up to them, and nice. I will just M1. Since, you know, I'm already here, so why not? And we've got this Sable here, so I'm gonna try to pull off my power. And actually, I'm not gonna, like, you know, risk anything, so I'm just gonna go around here. And nice, we see her here, so might as well just pull off my power now. And even if we don't get her, then we do zone her. So we should be able to get her here. And nice, this is a quick M1. I would just follow her up to upstairs. We're gonna put our little clone here so we can teleport to it later. And it's like in a perfect spawn between two gens, so that's even better. I will just use my power to hit both of them since he's trying to body block for her. And then I will just go around and she's dead. Alright, I will actually use my power here now. I'm going to show you guys. There's a hook right there on the other side of the map. And I can't reach it, which is fine. But if I go up to this hook right here, I just have to move away because it's blocking me. And I go here, I can just manually hook, see? Usually it works from like across the map, but I think like since I was inside the building, it just didn't show me the prompt to do it because, you know, it's a little bit glitched indoors. But that's still fine since we got her on the Scourge anyways. So that's going to be a ton of slowdown for us. I tried to hit her somehow, but it didn't really work out. That's fine though. I'm just going to do a little mind game and we should be able to get an M1. And perfect. This is ideal. She walked into a wall too. And we've got the speed boost modifier, which is even cooler. So I think we were going to be able to get her soon. I would just go around like this, do a little bit of a mind game. Oh my god, I hit the wall by accident. But that is fine though, since I don't think she gets far. Yeah, she's over here. And I will just go around. Ooh, she's smart. I tried to get her on the wall, but she's still probably dead here. Yeah, she has nowhere to go now, so I'm just gonna M1 her, and she's cooked. What I'm gonna do now is pick her up. And if there aren't any Scourge Hooks nearby, then that's fine. Oh, there is one here, so I'm just gonna remote hook her. And look, I waste no time at all. I will teleport here though, since, yeah, I think there's a survivor here, right over at this gen. It got blocked by Pain Res the Dead Man Switch for 50 seconds, so that's pretty insane. But either way, sometimes you need to be close to the hook or else it just won't show up. And oh my god, I got a little bit of a jump scare there. But that's alright. I will just use my power to hopefully hit someone. And if not, then I'm just gonna go for the Sable. I would hit the, you know, Nancy, but she's got immunity for like 10 seconds, so that's literally not worth it. I'm gonna get the Sable here just for a quick, you know, a power attack. I wouldn't say damage. I will use my... Oh, she dead-hearted. I was gonna say I will use my little power to break that pallet without actually breaking it. And we've got the Sable here, so... I'm just gonna get her like this, and then I injure the Vittorio. This is so much pressure at the start of the map, that I have no idea how to even commentate, since there's so much going on. But I will just pick up the Sable, and then hook her onto that hook, hopefully. Nah, I don't really have an invitation for now, so I will just hook her here, manually, since there's no need for me to, you know, do it with my power. Or at least I didn't feel I need to do that. And I think there's someone going for the unhook here, since I just heard it. So might as well stop him from doing that. And oh my god, I am actually going to pick him up. So then I can manually hook him onto this scourge hook, just like this. Oh my god, the survivors are everywhere. I don't even know who to go for now. But I will just use my pirate here to get this Lara Croft. Yeah, I keep forgetting the survivors' names because I'm just so horrible with names in general. Like, when I'm watching a new anime or show or anything, then I just always forget the names, even of the main characters sometimes. Either way, let me just hook her here. And yeah, I think I already showed you guys how overpowered this manually hooking power is, since it's basically like slugging, because you can pick them up and you don't even have to wait to you know, do anything. I'm gonna showcase it again. I don't think I have an invitation though. Yeah, in my bottom left I can't really do anything yet, so I have to hook him manually, but that's fine because it's on cooldown right now. But either way, yeah, as you can see now it popped up. Sometimes it just does that, but I will put teleport here since oh sorry, I thought that was a survivor. That's just my clone. Since the survivors should be nearby, and yeah, they just got hooked. We got floods of rage values, so we see where the other survivors are. Let me just get this table. I don't want to get the Nancy since she's just got on hook. I'm starting a bit, but that's fine. Let me just, you know, I tried to bounce off from that rock, but it didn't really work out. Either way, she used her power to block the window, and she didn't even go through it, but she used Deathhard here, which is smart, because I did not expect that. I will just use my power to hopefully get her here, and ooh, lucky her. I'm just gonna go around here since she went to this loop. And actually, this is a fake pallet, so I can just, you know, do nothing about it. Like, when she drops this pallet, it will just instantly disappear. Let me show you guys. Or I'll just get her here. That works too, I guess. Yeah, let me just pick her up here now, and there's a scourge chick right here, so let me just teleport her onto it. Just like this, and she's dead now. She couldn't do anything about that. Let's go pick up this invitation and go find the last survivors now, since you know, there's only 3 remaining. Oh, and Deadman switch activated on that gen, which means they are there. And nice, we see the Vittorio here, so I'm just gonna get a quick M1 on him, and then hopefully use my power to catch up. But he's gonna go around the wall, so I can't really shoot him unless I do it here. And nice, it bounced off right onto him. Did you see that, guys? That's pretty crazy. But let me just cut him off in the building here, and we should be able to get him with my power right over here, and he's dead. Yeah, let me just pick him up and get him on the scourge right next to me. I don't have to manually hook him since there's literally one right next to me, so that would be pretty useless. But let me just teleport here and go find the rest. And nice, I think I see a Nancy here. Yeah, if I'm correct. And yep, she's right here. Let me just pull off my power and use it to break this pallet. And we should be able to get her here. Nice. That was a quick M1. And now we should just use our power to hopefully get her. And if not, just another M1, you know, with unknown, it doesn't really matter. Either way, this game is pretty much over. So let me just pull off my power. And nice! We bounced off and got her there on the wall. Oh, she almost stunned me there because I was not expecting her to be there. Let me just bounce off this wall. And oh my god, that was perfect. Beautiful bounce. Anyways, let me just hook her and go find the last survivor. There's a hook right here, so I don't need to manually hook her, and nice. And I think I know where the last survivor is, since this gen has a lot of progress, but we have to find Hatch anyways. Oh, and nice. She's right here, but I'm pretty sure the Hatch is right here too. So, yeah, sadly she got it. But GG's, let's get into the next game. Anyways, if you made this far into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and you know, do all that other stuff, because I'm so close to 500 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that. Alright, we have Auto Haven Wreckers. This is actually my favorite map in the game, and I actually play really well with the unknown on it. Like, I don't think I lost a single match, and oh my god, that was a little bit of a stutter, but you know, this game just has those. But either way, let's go find the survivors first. We're also undetectable, so it should be easier for us to sneak up to them, and I'm pretty sure they are in shacks, so yeah, we're just gonna get a quick sneak. And that was a pretty fast injure, but you know, what do you really expect? Either way, they don't really have their scratch marks shown either because of the low modifier there. So let me just get her with our power, and now that it's over, I can see her scratch marks, which will be pretty useful in chase. Let me just tell you that. And I will just get her away from the window and just M1 her. And actually, let me go get an invitation first, since I can't manually hook her until I do that. Let me just collect it here, and now we should be able to teleport her into any hook on the entire map, just like that one that's over there. So let me just do that real quick, and we should be able to get a pain res, but I don't think I see any gen popping. I do hear survivors working on this gen though, and on the other one, since Deadman Switch just activated on it, so it will be blocked for 50 seconds, which is really useful for us. Let me just put down my clone here and get her now. We can see her aura for some reason. Oh yeah, because Flood of Rage, how could I forget? Either way, she walked into our thing, which is very lucky. I thought she was going to go back, so that's why I didn't do anything about it. Let me just pull up my power here, though. And we should be able to get her relatively soon, right over here. And nice. It bounced off right off the container onto her, which is even better. Anyways, this survivor was trying to get a flashlight save, which is interesting. Let me just click on a Scourge check, and oh my god. Right before that gen popped too. That was literally right before it popped. Either way, I'm pretty sure a survivor was here. So let me just go find that. Oh, and nice. We see a survivor here. Let me just use my power to get them infected. And also, what is this guy doing? Oh my god. Let me just kick this gen before it gets any more progress. And teleport here, since I'm pretty sure he ran here. Oh, and nice. I can see him here. So let me just get him, and he's dead. I'm going to try to get him on a Scourge check. Nice, there's one here. So let me just get him on the entire other side of the map. And nice! A pain res Deadman Switch activated on this gen, so it's blocked for 50 seconds and it's regressing. Let me just pull up my power. And oh, that was actually pretty smart. He waited for me to shoot, but I didn't because I would have probably missed. Either way, we've got Bloods of Rage here, so let me just shoot him. And actually, I'll manually break this wall using my power. Then just injure him with my power again here. And oh my god, how the hell did he avoid that? That's like pretty insane. But let me just shoot him here, since I knew he was here. And oh my god, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm pretty sure he just stunned me. Well, that's pretty obvious, but let me just collect this invitation actually before I get to him. And he's right over here. So let me just do this pretty smart play, and he's dead, or at least injured. Yeah, that works too. Let me just place down a clone over here, and I see that there's a survivor working on that gen, and there's one working on this gen too. So let me just use my power to get her infected, then kick this gen since it's got pretty much a lot of progress. And I'm actually gonna go teleport after I go check on this gen and place down a clone. Then I'm gonna teleport here since yeah, there was a survivor trying to cleanse it or whatever, but she should be dead, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's get her on a Scourge check using our masquerade power right over here. I'm not sure if that's a Scourge check or not. It's not, but it doesn't really matter because we've already got her on a Scourge check before. Let me go check up on those gens now, since I think someone's working on them, or actually this one, since there are scratch marks here, so even bigger possibility someone's working on it. Let me actually do this pretty insane play. I tried to bounce off that tree, but it didn't work out, so let's just ignore that. Act like that didn't happen, so I don't feel that embarrassed. Anyways, let me just shoot him here. And almost got him, but he just managed to walk a little bit behind it. But it shouldn't really matter, since we're just going to place down a clone here anyways. I'm actually going to bounce off the hook. And nice! Oh my god, that was actually worked. Pretty insane. We're just going to get him here though, and oh my god. That's probably the latest pallet stun I've ever experienced in my life. Either way. Oh, yeah, that's very unlucky. Sadly, that didn't really work out because of this survivor. But let me just, you know, shoot a ball onto him so he gets infected. And then cut off this Renato. So, you know, that flashlight save didn't really do much. And oh my god, he just activated his silent power. I don't know what that's supposed to do mid-chase when you're out in the open. Definitely not lose the killer, but... Oh my god, don't tell me... Oh my... He got a second flashlight save. That's actually so annoying. Yeah, let me just get him here again. The third time. Hopefully he isn't here. I don't think he is. And yeah, he's not. So let me just manually hook this Renato onto the Scourge. And then actually go teleport over here in case there's anybody working on these gens. And nice, there is actually someone here. We've got Deadman Switch activated on this gen for 50 seconds. So it's blocked. I will just injure this, I forgot the survivor's names, just like I always do actually. Either way, it doesn't really matter because survivor is a survivor, so who cares about the names. I will just try to get her here, but I did miss, so I will just get her here instead. Oh my god, she barely dodged that, but you know, I don't really mind. I will just manually break this pallet and then cut her off. Or, yeah, that's her, right? She's been healed through the power, but she's got exposed. I was about to wonder why the hell was she exposed, but as you can see in the top left, there's the modifier that makes it so that all survivors get healed, but they also get exposed. So, you know, pretty interesting. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I see a survivor there in the distance. And yeah, it's the one that keeps getting flashlight saves. So let me actually tunnel him or her out of the game. Now I'm just playing, but either way, I do want him or her dead. Yeah, ignore that miss. That was pretty interesting. Bad play by my part, but can't really do much about it. And nice, we actually get her pretty fast here. So let me pick her up and then manually hook her on this curd hook, hopefully. I'm gonna do it onto this one in the distance since, you know, it's far away. And she's on second stage, which is even better. I do think there's a survivor here though, so let me go teleport and check. And I'm pretty sure I see scratch marks, yeah. And nice, I see the auras of them because of Gift of Pain or, you know, Fault of Rage, sorry. They have similar names, but either way, we should be able to get this Renato. I don't think he makes the pallet. Nah, he does. But that's fine since we still get him with our power. Let me just break it manually and he's cooked. There's nothing he can really do here. Let me just pull up my power. Let me just break this pallet. He dropped on Shack too. And then teleport onto him and he's dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on death pick too. So let me just hook him here. And yeah, this is perfect. I'm just gonna go back to this gen since I see a survivor there in the distance. And nice, she actually stunned us here, but let me just use our power to, you know, break the pallet. And then we should be able to get a quick injury on her here. Let me just, you know, hit her with our power. And nice, we got her with our infection. And nice, we're gonna get her here unless she makes the pallet. But we're just gonna shoot her with the power anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. So yeah, let's just use our power and pick her onto that, you know, manually. And then teleport back to these gens. There's only 2 survivors left, so we should be able to go find them pretty easily. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this gen just got blocked by Deadman's Switch, which means there should be like survivors nearby. Yeah, there's a survivor here, so let me just go find them. And yeah, I do see the Orella. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her name. So we should be able to catch up fast, especially with the 20% speed. But they also get it, which is pretty unlucky. But it shouldn't really matter. And oh my god. And we should get her right over here, unless she drops the pallet. And yeah, didn't really change much for her. Let me just get her here though, since I'm pretty sure I lost her? No, I didn't. She's just right here. So let me actually just pull up my power, get her over here, and we should be able to get a quick down after that anyways. It's not worth going for these swings usually, but I'm just doing it since this game is already practically over. Let me just pick her up and then, you know, do the same thing I do all the time, which is just manually teleport them to the other side of the map, just like this. And let's go find the last survivor now. And oh my god, she was right here hiding, which is interesting. And yeah, we've got her here, so let me just use my power and get her infected real quick, since that's gonna help us in chase a lot. And we should be able to get her pretty relatively quickly here, since there's no pallets nearby. Let me just, oh my god, I am not sure how that missed. But it doesn't really matter since we're just gonna get a quick M1 on her here anyways. And she actually went to Shack, which is pretty smart of her. Since, you know, there was no pallets there, so that's the only thing she pretty much could have done. But yeah, let me just go chase her around, and we should be able to get her pretty relatively fast. And yeah, she has nowhere to go here, so she's dead. And let me just go mori her for the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and, you know, do all the other stuff. So GG's.